Hey guys, I am so happy that I get to spend the afternoon today out in the garden. I have a bunch of things I want to get done. I'm going to be traveling for a long weekend with a friend down in Washington, and so I've got 5 different things that are in pots that I really need to get in the ground because it has been really sunny and the heat has just been beaming down on these plants, and I can tell that they're getting kind of wilted and just like beat up being in the sun in a pot. So we need to get them in the ground a little bit more protected and sheltered. So plant number 1 is this pinkish purple anemone, deer resistant, which is good because of the tulip devastation that happened this year. So we need to get this in the ground. This is the one that's getting kind of wilted and crispy, and it doesn't like being in this pot in the sun, so we need to get that in the ground today. I have 2 of my absolute favorite geraniums, hardy geraniums. I have like 4 or 5 different types of hardy geraniums in my garden already, and I just love them. They're so beautiful. They provide like the most beautiful leaf canopy. I love that their stems are like this pink color, and the purple flowers are just like really lovely to look at. So we've got 2 of those. Also, the anemone looked really well packed, so I might be able to split that into 2, which would be kind of nice to get it kind of 2 for 1 deal. Then over here I have 2 Limelight Hydrangeas. You can see here they've got lots of fresh buds popping up. Beautiful looking plants. I've got 2 of them here that we ordered. They're proven winners, Limelight Hydrangeas, and I think I want to put them right here, but I'm going to kind of walk around and figure out exactly where the correct spot is for those, because I want them to get big and beautiful and kind of create this lovely privacy screen. And then at the end, I want to give you a couple updates on some of the plants in the garden because I'm just so excited. Things are finally popping up and spring is really feeling like it's officially here. So let's get started planting and pick some spots for these plants. Lavender pink buds opened a large semi-double poppy-like pink medium flowers, a deep purple, plum purple center, fern-like foliage, great in containers or mixed borders. 7 to 10 inches tall, 10-inch spread. I think I want to try and split this into 2. Let's see if we can do it. Looks like there is plenty of roots growing in this. It's not like too compacted, but I definitely think we could split it. Two plants. I think I want to put 1 here. 1 here. That should be perfect. Plant number 1, plant number 2, right near each other, and I just think they will look so sweet here. It'll be good to get some pink or purple color kind of in this area, and they'll look really nice budded up to that sedum. I think it's about 2:30 right now, and they're just getting a lot of afternoon sun, which I think will be nice for these. And I kind of like this placement because this way we can kind of have a little bit more privacy and protection from the road and from our neighbor's house when we're up here in the grass in front area of our house. Backing up here, I just think this will be really pretty. So let's get these planted. gotta show you this. Do you see, let me see, this little green stick and this little green thing? Oh, these are thimbleberry starts. This one doesn't look like it has anything, but I'll leave it in there. These are thimbleberry starts, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And for those of you that don't know, in Southeast Alaska, there's multiple bushes, shrubs, fruit-bearing plants that are here, and they kind of take over everything. So there's huckleberries and blueberries, and then there is salmonberries and thimbleberries. Salmonberries are the most prolific, they're everywhere. Thimbleberries are the sweetest, best tasting fruit, or berry I should say, ever. And you can just like go and scavenge for them. They like to live where salmonberries live, really, in like ditches on the long side of roads and driveways. They're big, giant, green-leaved plants, and they're just amazing fruit, and they're delicious. And so I tucked in these huckleberries these thimbleberries because there's not a ton of thimbleberries in Sitka, right in the town area. And so the patches that there are, I keep them very tucked away and hidden. And so do other people I know who love thimbleberries. They're a really soft red berry. They're really round, and they're so soft that like you couldn't really like freeze them or anything. You can just eat them fresh, or I like to make them into jams. But they are so sweet, so delicious. They're like a raspberry, but sweeter and softer. Oh my God. So anyway, I'm really excited because last year I was reading about how to propagate them, and they said, no, cut branches and tuck them into dirt. And all last year I was convinced that, and all the leaves fell off, they all died, they all looked like tragic. Well, then this spring I was cleaning out my pots from last year, and I was pulling out these sticks, like these 3 sticks in the thimbleberry pot. And I was like, oh my God, that actually looks like they have roots, and they look like they're like alive, but they're just brown sticks with roots. And I was like, I should keep them and just tuck them into the ground and see what happens. And I kid you not, I just did that 2 weeks ago, you guys. There is already green leaves, little buds growing on those. I can't believe it. I would just love to have the backdrop of all of my like shrubs and plants and flowers be thimbleberries and edible plants. You know, I love blueberries. I've got 4 or 5 different blueberries. I've got huckleberries merit. I've got salmonberries, and thimbleberries is the one thing I don't have. And boom, they're growing right behind these hydrangeas. And honestly, this whole area behind me is kind of just like a mess with the tree stumps and stuff. And so if I could just fill that up with big bushy thimbleberries, that would be amazing. And to not even have to leave my yard or keep secrets about where the thimbleberries are. They're just like here. Oh my God. That'd be amazing. Okay, I'm getting distracted from the project. Up is number 1 out of 2 hardy geraniums. This is the roxanne variety. Cutest purple little blooms, prettiest little leaves with the red stem. I honestly feel like this whole garden bed over here is so underdeveloped that I could tuck it in here. I do have 1 geranium over there, but I don't remember what variety it is. So I could put it over in that general area, or I could just plop it over here somewhere because we have unlimited space, you guys. Unlimited is an exaggeration, of course. Okay, so we've got the anemone that we split into 2, planted, the 2 Limelight Hydrangeas, 1 of the geraniums, and then I want to tuck the other one in right over here. I'll show you. And then we'll be done with our planting for today, and all we need to do is water it in. Okay, I got everything for the most part watered in, and then I got distracted watering everything else. And I'm just worried that, you know, you leave town for a few days, you put all this hard work in, and then things just like get crispy in the sun and die. So I'm trying not to let that happen and plan in advance. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on some of the things that I think are doing really exceptionally well. Last fall, I ordered this climbing hydrangea, and it is doing so well, you guys. Look at how glossy and bright green these leaves are, and it is just a beautiful plant. It is coming in thick. I'm really excited about that. This is the Sika rosebush, which really didn't look like it was doing that well, but now at the end of last year, but now it is doing so great. I hope I get some blooms on that this year. This may look like nothing to you, but these are ranunculus popping up everywhere, and I'm just so excited about that. All popping up in here is the butter lettuce, followed by the kale, followed by the spinach, and followed by the Swiss chard, which I think is the only thing that hasn't popped up yet. If I don't see any Swiss chard, but there's definitely rows of spinach, definitely rows of kale, and definitely butter lettuce. So I'm excited about that. Lastly, an update on our garlic, the Georgia Crystal. Oh my god, also quick shout out to my future sister-in-law for making these cute little garden tags for me. Emma's Alaskan Garden Georgia Crystal, and then she made Emma's Alaskan Garden Chestnut Red. Oh, how cute are those? So the Georgia Crystal is super big and looks really strong. Like the neck of the garlic looks great. The Chestnut Red looks significantly smaller, but it still, for the most part, looks really healthy, so I'm feeling confident about that. And over at the end of the bed, we finally have almost all of the shallots that we planted popping up, and they are looking hefty, and they have pushed through quite a bit of seaweed that I had down and rabbit fertilizer that I had put in here, so they are doing really, really great. Okay, there's so much other fun stuff happening in the garden and things popping up that I planted last year, and I'm just so excited about. But I will save that for a later day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and getting an update on the greens that I planted in a previous video. Everything is just doing so well, and I am just so excited for this summer season. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later.